Hey, may I have your attention please? This short video will reveal and prove to you that anyone without any trading knowledge is able to change their lives for the better in a matter of only days. So, are you focused now? Are you ready to leave your peasant life behind the way you know it? Are you ready to make a stunning $2,874 per day like clockwork? When you are, please watch every second of this video closely, as I'm about to show you how I can take you by the hand and get you making these amounts every day, starting today. Hi, my name is Jared Donovan, and just a few months ago, I was a simple car salesman working my ass off at the local Toyota dealership. I'm now unemployed, but still making 20 times more than I did at the dealership. My bank balance has increased from almost zero to a stunning $991,622, and I should reach $1 million this week. This week, I will achieve my biggest dream, becoming a self-made millionaire. Let me stop right there. I know you probably have heard all the promises before, but always ended up with a system that simply doesn't perform the way it was advertised. They all tell you that you could use their system for free, but do you really believe that money is available to land in your lap for free? No, of course it will not. Who on earth will hand you their personal money-making software and ask absolutely nothing in return? Nobody does, right? Just think straight. A guru you've never met will give you full access to his personal money-making system just for a review, or maybe donate to some charity. How would they be able to benefit from this? All they want to do is trick you. How do I know all this? Well, simple. I've been baited and switched before as well. I've wasted thousands of dollars trading with some magical software that for some reason would never seem to perform the way the guru claimed. But I also know why you keep trying. Because deep down inside, you know this is where the real money is being earned. Unfortunately, you just haven't found the system that performs because there was nobody that mutually benefited from your results. What if the guru would lose money if you lost? He wouldn't dare handing you his fake software. He wouldn't have even invited you to join him in the first place. What if I told you that I mutually benefit from your trading performance? What if I told you that I need you to win before I could even benefit from you? That's a whole new ballgame, right? I will not only hook you up with my software that actually does perform, I will also help you set up your account and guide you wherever needed so we both benefit. So let me tell you a bit more about Automotive Profits. First of all, no, I'm not some geek that hacked into the NASA database and stole the extraterrestrial money-making software from the future. Neither am I that smart or handy to have created such a software myself. As I said, I was just a simple car salesman. I know how to change a flat tire, but that's about it. About 5 years ago, back when I was still working at the dealership, there was a customer called Ken. Ken wasn't just a regular customer. He bought a new car at our dealership every 6 months. Ken is a young guy and always showed up in new supercars. First time he came along, he was driving a gorgeous red Ferrari F430 Spider. The next time it was a white and shiny Aston Martin Vantage S. Anyway, every 6 months, Ken bought his girlfriend a new car. How does a young guy in his mid-20s afford all this? My colleagues and I at the dealership were always curious to know how he earns his dollars, but he obviously just didn't feel like sharing. So one day, Ken showed up a few weeks after buying his girlfriend a new Prius. So I asked him, "Here for another car?" He was always in for a quick laugh, but not this time. He told me he was in a hurry for a very important meeting. His financial future could depend on that meeting and that he needed another car because he had a flat tire on his Audi R8. Normally, I couldn't just let him drive off in a showroom car, but being the great customer Ken is, I just had to take care of him. So I handed him the keys of a Toyota GT86 and told him he should take it for a test drive and that his car will be ready as soon as he came back. So he took the keys in his briefcase from his Audi and drove off. About an hour later, he called me and thanked me for my help. He was able to make it on time thanks to me. I told him it wasn't a big deal and that his R8 was ready for him to pick up. After a while, Ken came back in again to pick up his car. He gave me a huge $180 tip for loaning him the car, and he drove off again. As I wanted to bring the Toyota GT86 back in again, I noticed he forgot his briefcase. Because he just left, I thought I could catch him and hand him back his briefcase. I wasn't entirely sure where he lived, but I know an R8 isn't a common car and that I should be able to find him pretty easily. And so I did. I pulled up behind him at the traffic light and jumped out. I knocked on his driver's side window, showed him the briefcase. He opened up the door looking all shaky and scared, took his briefcase, told me to follow him. So I jumped back in the car and followed him to the local diner where he invited me for a drink. He told me I saved his life twice that day and that he appreciated all the efforts I took. He then asked me if I could keep a secret. He grabbed his phone and showed me his bank balance. I was shocked. I stared at the phone and then back at him. This guy had $721 million in his checking account. I've never seen any amount close to this number. I couldn't help myself and asked him straight up, how'd he make this pile of money? He immediately started logging into his website and handed me his phone again. Can you really make this money by just using this software? I used to trade binary before, but I always lose, I asked him. He laughed and said, this isn't just binary trading. This software only trades automotive assets. What do you mean by that? I asked him. Ken told me that the software is trading automotive stocks for him and that there is absolutely nothing he needs to do. His so-called automotive profits was apparently trading as we talked, and in just a few minutes looking at the screen, it had already made $105. You see, Jared, automotive assets are way more profitable than regular binary options and are much safer as well. I didn't know this at first, but I accidentally discovered this. As you probably know, I'm a huge car fanatic and just took a shot on trading automotive assets because I thought it would be a fun asset to invest in. But soon I realized that the win rate was much higher because the market is more stable. These car manufacturers exist for a long time and probably will even exist longer. If you just look at it, there's a handful of car manufacturers that ended up bankrupt in the past. And even so, they will probably be bought out by other big manufacturers anyway. As soon as I discovered that automotive assets are much better to trade and much safer, I let this Indian guy I found online write this special software for me and also asked him to create a master account. Anyway, let me hook you up with an account because you deserve so much better than working at the Toyota dealership. How would you feel if I told you I could help you build a bank balance like mine? He created my account and then deposited $300 into my account and showed me the software in action. It will now automatically trade on your account. There's absolutely nothing you should do. Just wait and monitor the trades if you want. I suggest you log in tomorrow, see what happened with the $300. Ken took back his phone, thanked me once again, and gave me his number. If there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to give me a call. I gotta go now, but don't forget to log in tomorrow. I couldn't believe he just gave me $300 and access to his software. Did he really give me his software that was making him $721 million? Anxious as I was, I drove back home and immediately logged into the account. The software balance had made me $50 in 2 winning trades. I was a bit depressed as I hoped it would have made a few thousand already. He probably didn't make $721 million by scoring a few extra bucks trading. Obviously, this software was working, but it just didn't meet my expectations. I went to bed. I figured I'd take another look at the account tomorrow. Obviously, I was winning, but not rich yet. So the next morning, I woke up and immediately jumped behind my computer to log into the account. My bank balance had risen insanely. The $300 he deposited into the account has now grown to $1,981 and made a stunning $1,681 profit in just a few hours. I scrolled a bit down and noticed that it was only trading in car manufacturers. I've seen trades on Volkswagen, BMW, Daimler a couple times, and the results are amazing. So I called the phone number he gave me and told him the software worked. He started laughing and said, "Of course it does. I use it all the time." Besides the fact that it's making me money, I've shared this system with a few others. Each and every one of them is paying me a 1.7% cut of their profits on autopilot. This way he could stop trading and still make money, or he kept trading and made even more. This is how I made my $721 million. I asked you to keep it a secret, but since you really helped me out yesterday, I've upgraded your account to a master account. You now have my permission to share this software and you'll receive the same 1.7% fee as I do, because that's what should really boost your account balance. Today, you could be just as lucky. I'm now sharing this system to help you and of course help myself. You might be thinking, 1.7% fee, is that a lot? No, it really is not, because it's only $17 on every $1,000 you're making. Would you hand me $17 if I were to hand you $1,000? Of course you would. Who wouldn't? You will only pay me 1.7% once you've actually made some money, and not just some. I've set another rule. The first $25,000 are exempt from the 1.7% fee every month. This will make me work harder to really push your account and performance to the max. I simply make no money unless you make more than $25,000 a month. That's how I can promise this software works. Don't worry, This is already configured in the software, so you do not have to keep track of this yourself. The software will not touch your first monthly $25,000, and once you've reached $25,000, my software will automatically deduct 1.7% on every winning trade. So let me recap this real quick. 1. I will grant you full access to Ken's working automotive profits, and it will make you a daily profit of $2,874 on full autopilot. 2. I will support you as often as you need me, as long as you keep trading. The software does everything automatically, and it will not require any knowledge or skills from your part. But if somehow you need help, I will support you as long as you keep trading. 3. I will personally make sure you make at least $25,000 this month. As I said, we mutually benefit from you reaching at least $25,000 every month, because if you're not making money, I'm not making money. 4. I will exempt the first monthly $25,000 from my fee. I will not only help you reach your first $25,000 this month, but I will help you reach it every month. Every first $25,000 each month will therefore be exempt from my fee. All you have to do is just a simple 3-step process. 1. You'll have to create a free trading account on the next page. Simply enter your email address on the right and proceed to the next page. 2. You will have to fund your trading account with at least $300. 3. You'll have to turn on the Automotive Profits software for the first time yourself. After you've turned it on, you can withdraw as often as you'd like. So, are you convinced Ken and I got the real deal for you? Are you convinced that I need you to make money? Are you ready to collect the big profits that belong to you? Are you ready to change your life for the better? If all answers to these questions are heck yes, I suggest you enter your primary email address on the right and start now before the limited spots are taken. Stop wasting any more precious time and enter your email address on the right to get started now. See you on the next page.